because I haven't played them yet. Gates are kind of like the Hive from Song of the Stars. You move a ship there to form a gate, and then you can just instantly go between places that have gates. Slipstream, I see, can leave a rip in space, which travel really far, but I'm not quite sure how Slipstream FTL energy, but no generation. I prefer to not do that and have the generation. You can also have your civilization as sublight, so you have no FTL drive, or FTL generation, or FTL storage. Okay, so specialised generator ships rip tears in time and space, so ships can instantly pass between them. I think we'll just actually stick with a conventional hyperdrive for now. If you get this game, you can play around with them all different forms. Okay, so a few bits here, so influence cards and stuff. I'll go more into that as I play the game. Then you've got different types of government. I'm going to stick with capitalism for the extra money. It's not too bad on those cards. Right, okay, so you can choose the type of... Ooh. You can choose the type of galaxy you have. I'm going to stick with a spiral galaxy. Right. The good thing I found about this game so far is I think you can add multiple galaxies. I haven't played with that feature yet, but with the systems you can add literally as many as you like. When you try to start a game, it will come up with this. So you're creating a ludicrously large map, more than 1,000 systems. Yeah. So if you... No, I'm not going to have that many systems, but if you really wanted to and you had a extremely stupidly powerful PC, you could do that. I'm probably going to run with 150 systems. Seems like a reasonable amount. Okay, game options. Remnants are just AI pirate-y type things. I haven't encountered any Dread pirates yet, to be honest. Yeah, different system resources, so 30%. Okay, so that's artifact frequency, 20%. Right, okay. So let's 150 is spacing. Let's have a little bit more spacing. Okay, so we'll start her up. 2 other opponents. Okay, let's try 100 systems. 60 systems would be optimum, but 100 systems would be about right. Okay, so ignore that message this time. Okay, so it plays in real time. Now you can slow it down to 0.1. Okay, so you start off with a heavy carrier fleet, that's not too bad. Right. So that's my world. It's got a population of 3. Now the way this works is, let's build it. Okay, so let's colonise the 3 planets. You don't need to send out colony ships. You just click on colonise them, and the planets will be colonised by this main one here. What I'm going to do is build a pair of scouts. Let's put it up to 10 and get those out quickly. So as you can see now, it's colonising that, and that has a resource of fish. So it works in a tier system. So at the moment, these planets are. This planet doesn't really have anything special. It's got water, so it could upgrade. All it needs is a tier 1 resource to go up to the next stage of development. You're best off developing a few worlds and not trying to develop everything, because these little worlds here, I just use them as to feed other worlds so I can use the resources and stuff. I'll show you what I mean in a bit. But right, so we've got 2 scouts. So this one we will set to auto explore, whereas this one I will take manual control of, and if I press the F key you get the option to use FTL. So what that means is if we move this quickly, instead of, as you can see, that one will go slower than light, but this one's already there. And then what you can see in this system is meat, which is Tech 1 stuff, and then there was also a planet with Tech 2 supercar islands. So as you can see, increase the rate of ship orbital. So what you'd need to do is find Tech 1 metals and stuff. Tech 1 metals, like that, titanium there. So let's colonise that. And then you'd import the resources to that planet, so they can produce the titanium, and then you'd need to import to here other resources. So let's just colonise 2 of those planets because they need food. This has a lot of water in it, but also some remnants, which are enemies, and it's also got a planet generator, so it's a little artifact you can use when you have the energy up here to generate more planets. But it's got gems as well, so gems are civilian traders deliver gems, explosives, yeah, that's pretty useful, and 2 water planets. Water is very useful. Okay, this is actually a good system, so let's get the heavy carrier fleet. I'll show you the combat now as well. The great thing about hyperdrives is you can just jump straight there. It takes a few seconds to get there. Whereas travelling STL, it takes a lot longer. So hyperdrives are good for responding to attacks and everything. Okay, they've got electronics there and an orbital frame constructor. Interesting. So let's go 10. Just going to adjust the audio levels. Let's turn that music off. Get the SFX down. Let's take it down a little bit because I don't want it to be too loud. There we go. Right, and let's get back to this. So, as you see, the fleet arrives, and that's the FTL animation of them arriving. And the fighting begins. So, if you look at the bottom corner here, you can see the ship. As the ship gets hit, subsystems and everything will start taking damage. But it also goes the same for the enemy ships. So as you can see, bits are failing, and that ship's falling apart, and then it goes boom. Also, ships have a supply, so if they run out of supply, they die. And a fleet combat strength as well. If they run out of supply, they won't be able to fire, should I say. Once their strength's gone, they'll die as well. So that one's losing a hull. So you can plus and just see. So it's lost all its plate armour, it's lost its rail guns. There we go, and it's gone pop. Okay, and the fleet has killed them all. So without suffering any damage itself. And you get some influential knowledge there. So let's pick that up. So what you can use that influence for is, I wait until I've picked it up. Okay, so now I'm over my influence limit, which is 4. Go to the diplomacy screen. So the way events and everything work here is you use cards. So by that. So say I wanted to take over an alien planet and annex it. So when you find a alien colony that you may want to annex, you do that. So you play that card, and then the alien colony has to vote for or against it. So support your action or vote against your action. And I have no active research going at the moment. I really need to get some going. Right, so let's go to this planet as they're going to be Tech 2. So let's get it to level 1. Okay, and what I want on this planet is a research complex. Most of the planets will build up themselves. You can use this to build buildings, but they'll build civilian buildings like cities and stuff. But I like to build the research so I actually have some research I can do. So we'll wait for that to get more population. So now it's a level 1 planet, and it can start using the resource titanium. So I'll let it use that resource because it needs that. Okay. So that's got supercarbons, which I can export to that planet as well once I've got up to the level. Right, so this place needs to be filled. That's water. And this, the interface is quite handy as well. So I've got one spare, spare titanium, spare food, spare water. So I might want to get another food planet just to make sure I've got enough food, because I'm going to need to get that working, and then I want to get this system done as well. So I want to get the food world and probably the electronics. I don't need more food though, so we'll just go for the electronics in that system. Okay, so with this one we'll auto import to get to level 1. Okay, so I still have water left. 1 water and 1 food, but I'm probably going to need another food. I need to take this system actually. Ooh, an obtainium. Yeah, so can morph into a copy of any resource I control, which is quite useful. But let's move. Okay. So this I should be able to. Now I'm going to upgrade that world to a level 2 world now. So they've got all the resources. Okay, so I've got explosive spare and gems. And that's good. But I'm going to need more food and water so I can take advantage of that explosives. Of the electronics for more profit. So what we want to do is go colonize that water world. Definitely want that unobtainium, and we want the food in that system as well. Debris field. So what we'll do is FTL it in. Let's kill those remnants. It's also dangerous to jump in while there's remnants in the system because they can attack you. Attack your colony ships. So we'll take care of them, hopefully. Okay, so now we have research. So the research tree, as you see, is quite big. So what I like to do for this is give myself a bigger budget. Okay, get some weapon damage. So I've just researched some weapon damage and a bigger budget, ripping this remnant fleet to shreds. Yeah, the combat can be ridiculous. I think you can have thousands of ships on screen. It's just depending on how big your budget is. So you need to colonise your worlds carefully and not over-colonise. So yeah, at the moment I've got enough worlds colonised. Okay, and so I've got the resources. I'll use that to manufacture later. Okay, so I want that one to auto import to get that to level 1. Okay, and this resource isn't being used. So we'll get that going. Just having a quick look. So this is being developed. 6 energy. What I might do for this planet is put another research complex here. So we'll stick it in the forest. So I just need to make sure I've got enough research complexes so I can get my research going. Right. Okay, that looks good. So let's get out of there. Okay, so let's use the scout and jump to here, see how the fleet are doing. They've killed that. So there's a mining base, let's activate that. Okay, and now we should have that. So that should start mining now. Okay, that mining. Okay, so that's morphic materials, that's 2 pressure. Okay, I need to colonise that as well. I need to have as much water as possible. Oh, hello, another remnant fleet. Okay, so let's do this debris field. Eesh, I might not have wanted to colonise there. All the colonists will probably get shot down on their way in, but sort it out a bit. Right, so yeah, see all the debris. I've made first contact as well. So we'll scan this. Okay, come on. Okay, no, is that it yet? That's done. So, and then once you've scanned it, you get often an option. So I'm going to go with the FTL recharge. So my FTL energy recharges quicker. So now I've got research. Let's get a bit more speed out of these ships. Always a good idea. Right. Okay. So another thing you can do with these is you can actually add more ships on the go. So 4-8 through, you can set it to auto buy the ships so you can get your fleet back up. Okay, let's get this. You've got to support the limit, so just keep adding ships to when you reach the limit. There we go, number 10. Okay, then what I can do with this fleet is FTL them. Now, as I've set this as my main world, this world will be what I build from, because I've got 20 labour, so I'll be able to build replacement ships quite quickly. So they'll FTL down to there. Oh, hold on, before they FTL out there. I'll do it in a bit. I'll clear out those remnants after. Right, we'll head there and get the replacement fleet. Well, get some replacements of the fleet. Still got plenty of money. Okay, so my military strength is weak, but my influence and territory or average. So these are the guys that I can show you the diplomacy in a bit. Okay, let's see. Let's try annexing that planet there. So I had that annex planet activate. Okay, require a trade presence. Didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh, let's get back to that. I haven't played. I got to use the annex basically in the tutorial, and that was about it really. Yeah, so what we got here? Oh, interesting. A tier 3 material. So it doubles consuming base pressure capacity. So it gives me more money and increases my base pressure. Right, so that's going to require more stuff. That's going to require quite a lot of stuff. So let's colonise that. Colonise that and colonise that. So that's more water. We're probably going to need that food planet now. Because I'm going to need the material to get this planet up. I'll try and keep the empire as small as possible, but what does that do? Ah, sweet. That gives me income, so we'll take that. We'll also colonise that because I'm going to need the food. Yeah, you need a certain amount of materials for each planet tier, so this requires any food resource and any waters to get to tier 1, then tier 2 will require other resources, then tier 3 will require more resources. So, I need to colonise worlds just to get, so let's try and auto import for, so we've got the resources for level 1. So it's currently waiting on 1 food resource. Interesting, should be able to find another food resource. Yeah, this system will do. It's got Alimondium, which generates a random diplomacy card as well. So that is an interesting. We get some meat off of there, and definitely more water is good. And plastics, so we can have some plastic as well. I think the home system actually had another. No, it didn't. Thought there was one of my planets. No, that's fine, but we'll get the food. Get some more food resources. Let's slow this down and move the fleet. But yeah, for a 4 times real time, for a 4 times real time strategy, it actually works pretty well, and it's quite an enjoyable game. I spent quite a few hours earlier blowing up suns, because suns have hit points and you can blow them up, which is always fun to watch them go supernova. And then also once they've gone supernova, they also leave a black hole. I didn't see the animation for a black hole, but there was a black hole definitely behind because my ship was being pulled into the centre of the system. Okay, so this system is interesting. It's got 2 debris fields, which are great because they've got random events. So we'll jump the carrier into there. So I now have enough resources and I have a tech level 3 world going. So this has got more people and it's got a hell of a lot of stuff going towards it. And my income's still going up. So I've only got a few spare worlds doing nothing, which is good. Because you can check your budget here. So I've got planetary income of 2 mil, 2.79 mil, and an upkeep of 1.68. So I've got some more research. So let's improve my budget. Okay, and also we'll head down there and probably grab the graviton condenser. So it deals damage over time to stars and planets. So build a big ship, blow up planets basically. That's what I use it for. You can design your own ships. So you've got carrier design, which is basically hyperdrive there, lasers, engines. But you can make them as big as you want. It's just the only restriction is how much it costs. Okay, so there we go. So while Zeng is active, all empires will be able to construct museums on their planets. Museums cost labour to construct. Okay, so there's one for this, and nobody else has voted against it yet. So what you can do... okay. I prefer to get bonus research. So I've got no cards I can really play that'll be useful at the moment for that. There we go, negotiate cards. I can use Energy Clash. So what you do is, he's got 1/4. I'm going to play a negotiation card in opposition. So I'm voting against, and then in 4 minutes time, if he's not voted for again, or voted for again, then it won't go up. But I'm going to go with Energy Clash in opposition as well, so I've got more opposition points, and I'll be able to play another one if needed. So 5 no. It's quite a good system. It makes diplomacy a hell of a lot more interesting than it normally is. So this world's got a hell of a lot of resources going towards it. So what we got? Base, defense, industry, market, but no universities. So let us get a... It's got 11 labour. So we'll do a factory there. It's a little bit on the upkeep actually, but it'll get more developed. So a factory there, and a research complex there. Okay, and that'll give me raw resources. Costs a little bit of the budget, but it's nothing too bad. Okay, so we'll carry on, speed it back up. Yeah, and also, as you can see in the construction queues, gives you an approximate time. So 4 minutes. 4 minutes for those would be those would take to build. So let's just let it be. As it's got defense, as it's got bases, it'll build its own ships for defense. You can build orbital structures for defense as well if you need. So at the moment the Empire is running quite smoothly. So that's got enough stuff. Now this is a good system. Normally I don't have enough war worlds, but a lot of war and food, and I need tier 1 materials, so plastics. I think that... Right, so let's auto import that to level 1. Needs food though. Okay, so what we'll do is colonize. Doesn't hurt to have too much food. I use a bit of my budget up for this. And that, so I've got a lot of water worlds and a lot of food worlds. So then I can just take... Oh, FTL crystals, definitely worth it. And I'll have foods if I want to colonise those planets. So I'll take the FTL crystals and the plastics. Okay, so I've got some remnants there. So what I need is my main fleet, and it's hanging around there, but we'll first cut the acceleration down a bit, get the heavy carrier and go to the debris field and scan the anomaly. See what we can pick up from this. Come on. Oh, I forgot to actually check how that's. Okay, so we won that as against, and we got the research points. Excellent. So let us... Do I really need that yet? Or do I want to just get... No, let's get some more storage. Get the civs, get some health, and a bigger... we'll get the budget there. Okay, so that's a load of research up. now I'll carry on getting that scanned. Right, okay, let's see what it is. Yeah, let's obtain some random intelligence, always a good idea. Scan that one as well. Hurry up, fleet. Right, okay, so those two worlds are colonized, and that one will be ready. Okay, and we'll get him to engage those in a second. Right, that'll do. There we go. Get some rare materials out of that. Okay, we'll move into here. Okay, let's have a watch of this. So my fleet are ripping them to shreds with their blue beams of death. Not really much of a match for these guns for us. So the enemy fleet totally annihilated again. Well, the remnant fleet, should I say. Let's get that mining bay up and running. Okay, right, so that's up and running. That's got stuff. Right, so fish, fruit, more plastics. And what's the vote for this time? Right, no, I can't use those. Plain opposition, there we go. For now. Oh, hello. No. Okay, nice. If I had 4 of these, I can actually get a very powerful warship. And I've also got a planet buster, if I want to use it, and a planet generator, so I can generate a planet. So I've got one part of a very powerful ship, which I shall not be giving to anyone. Ah, excellent. Another type 3 resource, but do we have type 2 resources around here? We've done a search of that. Let's get another scout ship out and running. I need to go there and clear that up. But I definitely want this system for that type 3 resource. So let's... no, let's not send the fleet there. Send the fleet to there. FTL to there, please, and just find out what's there. Right, for here, I want to then colonize that. Let's get that iron, and also food. It's a bit of a waste colonising every planet in the system, but... okay, what do we got here? Grain, quartz, meat. Ah, more debris fields. So let's scan those. Find out what's in them. Come on. Give me something interesting. There we go. What do we got? Okay, well. Okay. Let's see if we can blow up the station. Now we got enough firepower. Should have to kill it. Speed up a little bit. What a tough cookie that. Can't really look at the lounge, isn't it annoying? There we go. Boom. Oh, that didn't really give me much, but hey, let's check the other one out. See what it's got. Okay, scan. Right, done. And what event will that give me? Nice, I'm going to unlock the neutrinium armor. Nothing. Might just colonise for the quartz. I need another type 2 resource really. I've got enough FTL fuel to jump there for cheap, so let's get the fleet over there. Right, type 3 hydrocarbons. Type 2 jewellery. Is that really classed as a resource for... let's take it anyway. Just colonise that for now. Probably have to colonise the food planets. I'm not going to colonise them all. No, that's got no water. So it was in this system. Yes, that I just want. No, don't think so. Okay, yeah, that's not a good idea. Let's get rid of these guys. Moving close and get those beam weapons on them. Let's rip these boys out. Okay, maybe a bit too close. Strafing run. Done the trick. So that's one fleet down. Protecting an ancient shipyard, that's why. I don't know if the heavy carrier will be able to take much of this. They're not being intercepted because it's not close enough. Let's take care of this quick. Oh, this may prove a problem. I might want to move the fleet back from this one actually. Take care of the smaller remnants. That thing's got 26k health. Right, can we get flagship damage, weapon reload. Yes. And 1 mil. I don't mind paying 1 mil for that. I'll be able to get some more flagship damage. So let's move the flagship away from that though. Not really going to have much chance. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, this is not good. Yeah, the fleet's getting beaten. How? Yeah, let's jump out. We'll need to head to a system to relarm. That one will do. Right, let's get the hell out of there. Jump to FTL before we get blown to pieces. Ugh, made it out barely there. Let's have a look how big the fleet, how much of the fleet's left. A lot of it, but it just needs repairing. Right, we'll grab some more ships anyway, and then rearm and get ready again. That is not going to be ready. Type 2 resource. Oh, another one right there. Seriously? Oh, annoying. I can't use it because some morons already got it. Right, you FTL to there. Need to find a type 2 resource so I can colonise. Ugh. Needed a type 2. So annoying. Move him to there. Right, what's in this system? Not much of use. TL charge up again and to here. That was not good. hello. Protoplanet. Ooh, which system? Nice. Right, good, good, good. That's going to be a tier 2. Excellent. And you see the fleet back in there. Protoplanets, you can basically select them and make them any resource for a price in energy. That cost me a little bit of energy, but it was a price I was willing to pay. Because now I've got a type 2 resource, which I need to get a type 3 resource working. So good, good. Now let's get that FTL drive back up and running and get them back into the code. Where's that stupid heavy carrier? Could have sworn I moved him into the system. Where the frick is that fleet gone? Civilian trader, gunship. Could have swore they made it out with this. Ugh. Put him in the wrong system, that was why. They're rearmed anyway, so let's get them back out there. Oh, no, they're not. Get into here. Hurry up. Right, rearm and reload. 1,000. Yes, that's good. Get some weaponry upgrades. Need to move this ship into combat. Right, okay, I think they're reloaded enough now. Let's get them back out there. So another FTL jump straight into these guys. Because I need that planet up and running. Fleet should be able to take care of them. One would hope. Eesh. That's a hell of a lot of beam lasers. Keep an eye on their strength. Fast Revenant fleet down. Come on, rip them to shreds. Firepower going that way. Need that jewelry world up and running. Auto import to level 2, so we need to get that up and running. What does this need to be a level 3 world? So 2 food resources, that can be arranged. And tech 2. Right, we're going to tech 2 level resource going. 2 food resources won't be a problem. Because we'll use that million wheat. So let's get the infinite knowledge. Yeah, so that's up and running once it gets enough people. I'll be able to get the food, and then I'll need that. What's that? Fish food. Ugh. Because they've got some influence there. Great, and they're not getting their supplies now. I think I have the food anyway, so it's not a problem. Let's put that one there. So I've got to make sure my planet doesn't have the food, it's not going to get the freaking resource. Right, so let's get the fish up and running. Always good to have one extra piece of fish. There we go, okay. One food resource, sweet. I've got one extra food resource just in case. So I've got 2 type 3 resources working, which is generating me a lot of cash. Could get a warehouse up and running again. Let's put it there. And I also want another research complex there, just so I can make the money. Well, just so I can make the research and get all the construction done. Yes, that's great. There we go. So it needs another tier 1 resource. That shouldn't be an issue. I think I've got spare water. Yeah, I do. So I just need to find a tier 1 resource now. Interesting. Yeah, so I need one more tier 1 resource and then I'll be able to get that tier 3 resource running. But then there's the fun thing of actually finding a tier 1 resource. That system hasn't got anything in it. Right. Let's get that research data. And then we'll move this cap ship down. Right. Jump. Right, do a faster than light jump. To here. Full speed. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Hyperdrive is much more efficient. The gate travel and stuff is instantaneous, but right. Okay. Quartz, water. Nope, nothing of interest there. Well, actually, no, I've got enough water now. I don't need exotic matter. It's got nothing of interest. Ah, sweet, so that's that planet. So what we'll do is colonise that and colonise that. But that's a little bit out. Colonise that to expand. Actually, no. Stop colonising that. We'll need to colonise. Colonise that as well. Let's go for food actually. Need to colonise that to reach there, but we'll grab some extra water. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, to expand your, to make sure everything's in supply, you need to expand your borders to there, and then expand my borders to there. Right, let's move the fleet back to here and kill that, so it doesn't interrupt with my trading. Okay, anyway, if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll be doing another part hopefully in the future.